guys, Legomnews here, and welcome back to another showcase video where I'm going to be showcasing my Lego custom Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man from 2002. And this is also sort of a Spider-Man No Way Home showcase as well. But yeah guys, so this is a figure I've been needing to showcase for a buttload time now, for a crap load time now, because I started this figure back in around mid-August of 2020 of last year, back when before Spider-Man No Way Home was re-releasing in theaters. So I decided to see, so I saw it as a perfect time to remake my remake Green Goblin, because my previous Green Goblin figure was just not as good. I don't have the figure with me right now, but there's probably a picture here or there. But yeah, I've been needing. But it was a figure I've been needing to remake ever since then. So yeah, and here he is. And yeah, so I was supposed to showcase. So I did want to showcase this figure around November of last year, before he appeared in my Secret Wars trailer. But that didn't happen, and I wanted to showcase him in March. That's why I kind of put the preview photo of him up. But that didn't happen. But now here I am, almost a year later, after when I first started this figure, and now I'm showcasing him, which is just ridiculous. But what can I say, man? Life. So yeah, guys. And also, yeah, guys. Before I start this video, apparently in the time of this recording, which is Monday, and I plan on releasing this video around Wednesday or Thursday. Apparently, there have been rumors that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4 is in the works with Sam Raimi, from the guy who plays Sandman. But I don't want to have hope, because that might just be a rumor, because he did say it was a rumor. But I don't know, let's not get our hopes up too high. But if I did hear that there was an Amazing Spider-Man 3 in the works, I would be in denial. But yeah, guys, with all that said, let's get started.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want, while the world tries to make you choose.
So, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin in his Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1 suit. So like I said, this was a figure I was going to make for pretty much the re-release of Spider-Man No Way Home. And I saw that as a perfect opportunity to remake this figure. And let me tell you guys, making this figure sucked. I'm not kidding. Making this figure just absolutely sucked. Okay? From sculpting the helmet, from doing the torso armor, from doing the arms, from doing the legs, everything of this figure was ridiculously hard for me. So the helmet. So the helmet was the first thing the first thing I did. Okay, of course. And so basically what I did is that I tried to get the helmet to look as accurate as possible, because his helmet has such a weird design, and you can kind of see it's very uneven in certain areas. It's very uneven, but it pretty much gets the job done. So as you can see there, just rotating the figure really quick. I was thinking about adding more black highlights to it, add more outlines and more detail to it, but I decided just to leave it as is. And you can see that pretty much almost the entire figure is painted in a metallic green color. Now this isn't a green color, this is the normal metallic green color I use, except I did try to make my own custom metallic green. I don't know if you can see that there. I haven't yet to repaint that. I haven't worked on this figure in a long time. But yeah, you can see that it's in a fully metallic green, and mainly for the armor. The armor is mainly in the metallic green color. And so yeah, you can look at the helmet. I painted the eyes, actually engraved the eyes. I pretty much molded on the ears, pretty much just sculpted them just to get it right. And this may not be this may not be as good as the paint job as I did on my previous Green Goblin helmet, but still, it would just look too messy, so I really didn't want that. Painted the eyes in gold color, and I did paint the mouth. I did try to sculpt more teeth underneath, but it just broke off. So I pretty much just painted it on. I did paint a bit of one, but the mouth is actually fully engraved. The mouth is fully engraved, as you can see, and there it's kind of in the deep, and painted that in metallic black color. And you can see the chin that the Green Goblin has. So you can see that there, and it does kind of limit the movement of the head, but I personally don't mind that. So yeah, and also by the way, I don't have an unmasked Norman Osborn face, but I will at some point in this video. I will kind of show like kind of how kind of an idea how Green Goblin looks like in No Way Home. But this is mainly the Sam Raimi version. This is mainly the Sam Raimi version, but it also did appear in No Way Home. So yeah. Moving to the torso armor, just ditching the pumpkin bomb, by the way, which is kind of like, which I did kind of like repurpose this pumpkin bomb from my other Ring Goblin figure, which is kind of like, if you want to know how I used to make it, it was pretty much just a microphone piece, which I kind of just chopped up and kind of painted that. I'm not a big fan of like the big orb pieces that are used for pumpkin bombs. I'm not a big fan of those, but I do think this is a pretty size accurate custom metallic orange color and yeah, metallic green detail. And yeah, if you want to know on how I made my previous Green Goblin figure, showcase will, like, my Green Goblin No Way Home showcase might be around like here or something. But yeah, just dashing that out of the way and talking about the rest of the figure itself. So the torso armor is basically multiple sculpted bits and a bit of 3D pieces. So you can see that both chest plates are sculpted, and this abdomen area is fully sculpted as well. They had to engrave that, which wasn't fun at all. And you can see that these little areas here, like these little designs here, or these little iron armor pieces, are 3D pieces, as you can see. And this piece right here, where like the hip is a sculpted piece. Don't mind the yellow because I usually actually kind of paint yellow on this figure one time. But yeah, you can see all that paint detail there. Now the armor is metallic green, but the undersuit that Green Goblin has is my own custom like dark metallic green color, which I haven't used in a long time now. So in case there are certain parts of the figure where I actually did use normal dark green. But yeah, you can see all of that paint detail there. I did kind of have a bit of trouble painting these lines here because I was able to like paint them like in between these armor pieces, which wasn't fun. But yeah. And I think like this was actually like the first time that I sculpted something onto like the hip, which is something I should have done for Superior Iron Man. Yeah, but whatever. Now moving on to the arms. The arms were just literally one of the biggest pain in the asses I ever had to do with arms, because I originally sculpted the shoulders, but then like they didn't look that good. Then I had to sand them, and they even looked worse. But I actually did sculpt a proper shoulder armor design, and you can see that there. And this is most likely the most 3D pieces I've ever applied onto the arm. So you can see multiple 3D pieces there. Like you can even see a bit of a 3D piece on top of the shoulder. Just trying to get all the designs right was just so tedious on its own. So you can see it there. Sorry about that lighting. Sorry, I don't know how to do proper lighting for this figure, but yeah, you can see that detail right there. You can see this was also, there's a 3D two 3D pieces here. Then this was a multi-level three 3D pieces onto this, as like kind of like those little things that the Green Goblin has on his arms. You can see that there. You can see that on this arm with a little bit of gold on each side. Now this part of the Green Goblin shoulder pad is kind of like open, but I decided just to paint a design on there, which looks pretty good, which actually looks pretty good. So you can see that there. And I did paint a bunch of like lines. Oh my God, can my camera focus? And I did paint a bunch of like undersuit lines over there. So yeah, that was fun. And now we can move on to the back, which, let me tell you guys, painting the back sucked. And I just painted the normal dark green design, and I did kind of base the design off of OzzyFix over on Instagram, where he kind of sculpted his Green Goblin like back, which he never really finished. But I decided to use it as reference for this because there's pretty much no armor on the Green Goblin's back. So yeah, just painting that design there wasn't fun, and very tedious. And now moving on to the legs. And this, I think this was like the second time where I applied 3D pieces onto the thighs, like similar to how I did with Superior Iron Man, as you can see there. So yeah, but except this time you can see that it sticks out more, and because the Green Goblin has like a few knee pads, but they're kind of like very separated. So I decided just to paint. So I decided just to glue on two separate pieces one big piece onto each side and paint all the detail there. Painting these designs were a bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah, that was not even fun at all. And you can see that it has 3D knee pads, painted that design there, and pretty much everywhere like where it's where like pretty much all the outlines are in metallic black, as you can see. Yeah, that wasn't fun at all. Yeah, so you can see that there. These two pieces here are these two areas here are 3D pieces. I don't know what's going on about that. Probably a paint here or something. I don't know. This figure's kind of old. But yeah, you can see that there. You can see some paint design there. And like I said, I did have to get to a point where like I just have to paint on dark green because the figure was like I ran out of that color. So yeah, and I kind of like finished the legs during a live stream. So yeah, you can see it there. Painted those designs. And yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be it for Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. This was just a really, and I mean a really quick showcase because I kind of want to get this figure out of my life because this is a figure I should have showcased a long time ago. So yeah, now I'm gonna move to a section. Now I'm gonna move on to like how I could like kind of make a similar Green Goblin figure like with the hood and like with the face out. But yeah, we'll just cut to that. So yeah, there you go. It's pretty much nothing really special. Kind of like reuse like this, like kind of like the hood and neck and like kind of like torn fabric paint thing I made like, for my previous Green Goblin figure back in 2021. That was just a painted face. I think it was pretty good for back then. The hood is kind of like just a normal Lego hood that I just kind of like sanded the sides off and removed the neck area, and then yeah, you can still kind of see where like where it was cut. Yeah, this was kind of like me after like more than a year of customizing, but yeah, now more experience. So yeah, this is the one really quick thing I wanted to show. And if I put him with the glider, if I can just get the glider in, and also by the way, I forgot to mention that this showcase is extremely scuffed, and yeah, I could just, yep. And there you go. There is Green Goblin for when he was about to like kill Aunt May or something. I don't know. And also, by the way, this glider is kind of like a really crappy glider that I built for the No Way Home showcase because I had no idea what to do for that glider. So yeah, there you go. And now I'm just gonna like kind of switch to Toby really quick because I did kind of upgrade him since that last showcase like more like I think like 1.5 years ago now. So yeah, let's just cut to that. So
pizza time.
Is just pretty much kind of like a stand-in figure. You know, he wasn't like in the intro. But yeah, he's pretty much just like kind of like a stand-in figure. But also something I kind of wanted to show. So if you want to know how I made this figure, so this is pretty much the entire figure was painted. This was supposed to be like a very half-assed figure because, look, man, I just wanted to make both Toby and Andrew like for No Way Home. I had like 2 weeks, so I decided to half-ass these. So you can see that there. And originally, Toby was like in a cobalt blue, but then I got navy blue. Then I pretty much just like painted navy blue on, and yeah, there you go. Nothing really special with Toby. And by the way, his hands are just normal yellow hands. I painted red, and you can see that tear right there because I did these for stop because I used these hands for stop motion. So yeah, nothing really special on the back. Just a really half-assed figure. So yeah, now it's time to wrap up this video. So guys, it's going to be it for my Sam Raimi Spider-Man Green Goblin showcase video. Hope you all enjoyed. This was most likely the most scuffed showcase video I have ever done. And if you want to see how I made my original Green Goblin figure and how I made the glider in full depth, link to the video might be around here or in the link description if I actually care to. But and also links to my previous No Way Home showcase videos. So yeah, guys, this was a showcase I've been needing to make, and I was actually supposed to make this showcase video like before the Secret Wars trailer came out because Green Goblin was going to be featured in it, but like I really didn't have enough time. I really didn't get on time to finishing him. So yeah, And honestly, I really need to showcase this figure, or like it would have been like a year since I started on him and haven't showcased him. So yeah, I really need to get that off my chest. And this will be the last showcase video before the Flash or Blue Beetle or whatever. I think the Flash showcase might be the showcase that will come out next. After this, I'm gonna be taking a break from showcase videos because I have just done about like 3 in a row at this point. Like 3 in a row, like in almost a month. So yeah, gonna be taking a break. Gonna be going out of town for some time. Hope that'll be fun. But yeah, that's gonna be it. This was really one of, if not the most scuffed videos I have ever done. Now, I did want to feature like figures such as Doc Ock, the other 3 Spider-Man, which actually they could appear right now. Like I can show them right now. Like there's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man in my opinion, and Tom Holland is integrated suit. These two and Toby and the No Way Home figures I made back in 2021 were really crappy, but I think they still kind of hold up in some areas. But yeah, and then also making a quick cameo is the new suit from the new Tom Holland suit. Like, I mean, you've already seen this figure 100 times already, but yeah, that's going to be it for the showcase video. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, this is Legomnews signing out. Have a great day, everyone.